to the Live the Dream Media Network, Arizona's premier live podcast studio and online radio.
Good morning. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Tuesday to everyone. It's Thanksgiving week, so this is our only show this week. And today I have Kimiko Donahue. And it's hard to say what you do because you do so many things.
Yes, yeah. I think today we're here to talk about BizFit Meals.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, our pre-made meal company here in Tucson started for busy professionals.
Ah, okay. How did you get into that?
Well, I love food.
No, that's a good reason. We all love food.
Yeah. My background is in insurance. So, especially when, the big C word happened, COVID, and we all started working from home anymore.
Right.
I found that I would either get so busy that I wouldn't eat at all. Or when I was hungry, I'd grab things that are not good for you,
yes,
right? So
yes.
I was looking for something that was healthy. And fast forward to a couple of years ago, finally I made the decision. I said, hey, let's start a company here in Tucson that can help people with that specifically. Whether you have a team or maybe you're a busy parent, maybe you're taking care of your parents. That's something that's
something that's really growing.
Yep,
yes.
encountering as well. And for people that just want to be able to grab a healthy option.
Yeah.
That's affordable. So that's why we started it.
Cool. Yeah. It's so easy just to grab something that you're not supposed to have. I mean,
correct.
One of the things is to try to get it or not bring it into your house in the first thing, because you're like, chips and cookies and, stuff to snack on.
100%. Yes.
But with your meals, I mean, first of all, they're nutritious. You're making actual whole food without the preservatives. The refrigerator, they're not frozen.
Correct.
So you don't have all those different preservatives and the high amount of sodium that we see in, stuff that you get off the freezer aisle, the
Absolutely.
Hungry Man meals or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're good for you and they're quick. Everyone's so busy right now.
Yeah,
our society.
Exactly. And that's exactly what this is for, is convenience. And anybody that's in sales or business knows that time is money.
Yes.
And, especially if you're a family person too, you want more time to be able to spend with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends, or maybe even diving into a hobby that you've always wanted to do. Like imagine the time you're going to save when you buy pre-made meals. Here's what you're saving: shopping time,
right?
Prep time, cook time, and the cleanup time.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about the cleanup time. Yeah,
Yeah, I hate dishes. So if I can avoid that at all costs, that's wonderful.
So do I. I hate dishes. It's kind of funny because my wife doesn't really like to cook, but she doesn't mind as much cleaning up. So like usually on the weekends, I smoke a lot. I do ribs and briskets and chicken and everything. I hate cleaning. And she really doesn't like the cooking part. So, I'll spend all day, prepping everything and then throw it on the smoker and maintaining it and everything. And then she is right behind me, because there's so many dishes when you're smoking stuff and grilling stuff. There's a lot of dishes that go into that.
Yeah. How nice to have a teammate on that. For the record, people, I'm the person that actually threw away an air fryer because I didn't want to clean it. It was so bad. I made wings and it was super gross. And I'm like, nope, that's gone.
Wow. Okay. All right. So what do you like to cook at home?
Ooh. So when I am cooking, big fan of steak. I mean, I could eat steak every day if I, if we could.
Yeah.
Steak.
With the beef prices right now, it's a little restrictive.
Yes. Yeah. But love any kind of beef products, potatoes, veg. Also big fan of ramen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is also easy to make, but I also like to go out and get it.
Yeah.
Ramen's
such a big thing right now, everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And me being half Japanese, I grew up with it. So that's just it's like a very comfort food, especially now that the weather's cooling down too.
Right.
It's actually what I had last night. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were in Hawaii a couple of weeks ago, and we went to a place and had ramen. I had ramen twice in Hawaii.
I bet they have amazing poke bowls. I still haven't visited, but I want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first time I got poke was in Kauai, I think, probably about 10 years ago.
How cool is that?
And that was kind of before it came over here, before it was big. I'm like, what is this?
So good. That's what it is.
It was. Hey, you go into little grocery stores and stuff, and they have poke there in their delis. And and everyone's so happy to help you out and explain things and tell you, what it is. So we really like that. And in Hawaii, there's, a very heavy Japanese culture there.
Yeah.
So you get to try some really good, authentic cultural foods.
It's on my to-do list to go over there for sure.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely need to go there. So tell us what we would expect, when we order from BizFit.
Yeah, the way we're set up currently is it's all pre-orders, and we cook once a week just the way we're set up, and we do deliveries, and we have pickup locations around town here in Tucson. So deliveries are currently on Tuesdays today, so that's what we're out doing today. And they would go online, and you can choose. We have different entrees that are already pre-made for you, or you can choose bulk by the pound. So if you're somebody that perhaps needs to weigh out your food, or maybe you just don't want what's on the entrees and you want to make your own plate, you can get the pre-made bulk orders. It's already pre-cooked. All you have to do is heat it up, put it on a plate, and call it a day.
Nice. And what are some of the different options?
Well, our number one seller since the day we've opened, so this is like our OG meal, is our turkey, sweet potatoes, and rice. People love that. I think it's the sweet potatoes because I love sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
And currently,
and they're good for you.
They are. They're so yummy.
Yeah. I had a sweet potato the night before the bike race last week. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we've got the bulk options have been really popular lately, I think, because people like to make their own.
Yeah.
And we have quite a few customers that are in the, bodybuilding community. So they have to portion out and weigh their food, and they've got goals to hit.
Yes, yes. I don't weigh out any of my food, but I definitely watch what I'm eating, especially when we're like training for a bike race or whatever.
100%.
It's important. And the fuel that you put into your body is what gets you your results.
Absolutely.
So if you're not getting the results that you want, then you might want to look at, rest and what you're eating and, just some of your different habits.
And I think the important thing to remember too, and this is why we really like to focus on like our busy peoples, because we're all busy.
Yes.
Right. And
our society as a whole has just gotten so much busier.
Yes. Yeah. And you don't have to be an athlete to want to have, wellness goals. I think what really was an aha moment for me was back when I first started networking. Actually, you'll be able to resonate with this.
Right.
A lot of you go out.
Well, that's where we met. We met. Ran a chamber probably 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah. Gosh, over a decade. That's crazy. Time flies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what really opened my eyes to the importance of healthy eating was, going out and networking with people, and a lot of events. And no knock on this, but it is what it is. There, a lot of them are happy hours. So there's a lot of beer and finger foods that are fried, not good for you.
Yep.
And I gained like 20 pounds when I first got into sales. And I was like, what is happening? Because I'm busy, so I feel like I'm moving and taking care of myself. I went to the gym, but it was the food.
Yeah.
I wasn't being consistent in my meals. And what I found, what was happening with me is I would just not eat and then go and eat everything, in the evening. So my body would just hold on to it. So, I'm not a nutritionist or an expert in that. I just love food, but I've surrounded myself with people that know about that, so I can get good advice. And it doesn't have to be complicated. I think that's if I can leave anyone with a message around food, it's just being aware of what you're eating is like the first step.
Yeah. And I think like we mentioned before was just taking some of that stuff out of your house that's
don't
tempting.
make it easy. Yeah. Exactly.
Because I love chips, but for the most part I try not to buy the chips.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So here I have a meal prep company, but I love chips as well. Have you tried, this is awful. Have you tried the, I think they're cooked in avocado oil. They're the kettle chips.
Yes, I have.
And it's the special sauce flavor.
Oh, special sauce. I haven't.
It's so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're tempting me. I'm going to have to go check them out.
But here's the cool part. They come in small bags.
Okay.
So at least you're not eating the whole big bag, right?
So that's one good thing. Yeah.
And I think, again, my message to, people that are looking to eat healthier is it doesn't even have to be this entire 180 lifestyle change.
Right.
Even if you just start with one meal that you're replacing with something healthier, over time that compounds and you start creating this better habit.
Right.
And again, it starts with awareness, of what you're putting in your body. You're allowed to have cheat days or cheat meals or, whatever that is. And I think that's important to be able to give yourself permission around that.
Yeah.
It allows for moderation. That way it doesn't feel like this extreme change.
Yeah.
Which I think is why a lot of people don't start They're like, oh, that's a lot I've got to do.
Or since the New Year is coming up, you know, everyone makes those resolutions and they try to make those really strict changes.
Right.
And it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah. They're back to normal.
Just start with a baby step. And you know what, too? Start now. Why wait until New Year's?
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Yeah. It's that saying, the day one or one day, you know? Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you start feeling better. Yeah. You really do. I mean, it's not, you know, don't eat one salad and say, hey, I don't feel anything.
Sure.
You know? But like you said, it's baby steps, and it's making those small habits and they start compounding, and then you start feeling better and you start kind of noticing what you're putting in your mouth.
100%. And I think one of the biggest aha moments for me too, as I was starting to learn about, you know, what's healthy and what's not, because I grew up in a household where we ate a lot of takeout. You know, I just didn't grow around, you know, home cooked meals like some places. What I learned getting into, you know, starting to work out and taking care of my body was you can still eat really tasty food and it be healthy. Yeah. And I think people have this misconception of healthy food has to be, you know, eating a leaf of lettuce or something like that.
Yeah, something bland or something.
Correct, right. Yeah. And, you know, I got really excited because the meal plan that I'm on, I'm allowed to eat white rice. Obviously, again, being half Japanese, I love rice.
Sure.
And there's a lot of people think, you know, well, rice is bad for you. Well, everything can be bad for you if you eat a lot of it,
right.
you know.
It's in moderation.
Correct,
yes.
Yeah. So I think that's the other where we come into play is, you know, the entrees are pre-portioned, and currently we use measuring spoons to do this. So the protein is a 1 cup serving, and our starch and our veg are all half cup.
Okay.
So that's the current portions of those. We're actually going to be introducing some larger sizes and family meals as well. We've gotten some requests for that.
Yeah.
Or like I said, the most common is the bulk options, because then you can just make it whatever portion you want at that point. Yeah.
I want to brag on you guys. Last week, Jesse brought in those peanut butter protein balls.
Yes, so yummy.
Yes, they were really good. So I got to take home a package of them, and actually I ate some of them before the race.
Really?
Saturday. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
So.
That's, I mean, peanut butter, it's a fat, and then we do put protein powder in it to give it that boost of protein.
Oh, okay.
Because peanut butter itself is a fat, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we make sure that we add that in there. We also have, we're actually working on some other protein dessert items that are, going to be low sugar with added protein in there. So that way, if you've got protein goals, you can add that to your plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
At Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, we know your home is more than 4 walls. It's where family gathers and comfort matters most. During the month of November, with the purchase of a new HVAC system, we'll include a free water heater or take $1,000 off your installation. It's our way of helping keep your home cozy, efficient, and worry-free. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, where home wellness begins.
Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
All right, we are back. Southwest Flavor, talking to Kimmy Donahue. And you're not only a BizFit owner, but you've done a lot of different things.
I like to do cool stuff.
Yeah, you do. You do. Tell us a little bit about the bands that you're in.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this was it. It's funny because I've always been a huge music fan and never actually thought I would be performing live in a rock band.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm in a couple different projects. I've got Iron Priestess. We're a tribute band to Iron Maiden and Judas Priest.
Ah, awesome.
Because I love those guys. And I am super lucky. There's some super talented, amazing musicians here in town.
Yeah, there is.
I got some of the best that just we happened to get together and put these things together. So we've got that project, and we've traveled all around, and we actually currently have a gig next weekend, Saturday at On the Rocks on the east side.
Oh, cool.
So come check us out if you'd like, people.
Yeah.
And then Neon Dragons. We are a variety metal rock band, also working on originals currently. So that one's also super fun.
Do you write music also?
Yes.
Okay.
As of maybe the last 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's very new, and it's been a really cool journey to do this with these guys. They're all super creative, very talented. The cool part about both of these bands is just everybody really meshes, and I think that's
probably one of the hardest things
it's
in
such
a band.
Cool
with
thing
the
to have.
musicians.
I feel really lucky to have we've created that. You know?
Yeah. With all the different creative talents, sometimes it's hard to mesh.
Oh yeah, there can only be one diva. And we're all a little bit of that. But yeah, no, it's a really. I'm having hard time putting words to it because it's so cool.
Yeah.
Like it's literally the things that, you dream about as a kid. Like, I want to be in a rock band,
Sure,
which I tried to do and it didn't work when I was little. And now as a full grown adult, I'm like, so I get to relive, some of those dreams, in it. So it's been really cool.
So what inspires your music writing?
A little bit of everything. Emotions.
Okay.
Speaking of words, I always struggled with writing music because I didn't have maybe the confidence, in something around the melodies and the music behind it.
Oh, okay.
To
put everything together?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So maybe I would have a couple things like, these would be cool lyrics here, or I'd start humming something and I'm like, that'd be really cool, and just never turned it into something.
Right.
And being around people that weren't afraid to share their ideas helped unlock that, which was really cool. And now I'm in a place where we can come up with ideas, and sometimes it does feel really goofy and you're like, maybe they're going to hate this, but they either end up loving it. We're like, maybe we'll use that for something else, but it's just, it's been a really cool place to unlock, showing your emotions in front of people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. This podcast is going real deep right now, but that's what it's done.
That can make you vulnerable. So that's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, it is, especially in business. And if I can help people unlock that, I think that'd be a really cool feat for me to be able to say I can help people with. For me, when being any kind of leadership role or business, you tend to almost wear a mask, hey, I got this, and
right. Especially
I got it together, man.
Especially being the leader, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you have to kind of put on that mask and just look forward and just keep marching and make sure that everyone else is marching in line with you.
100%.
Yeah.
And art and music is the exact opposite.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, here's everything, inside of me that I'm showing the world.
Yeah.
And it's, especially when you're starting to create your own stuff, obviously cover music's cool because you can still perform and you're still showing, a side of your personality.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anything that you're creating from your own brain, it's like, woo,
Yeah.
here's all my secrets. Yeah.
Your brain and your heart.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because you're putting your heart into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys have toured all around the United States, right?
So some of the bands, yes, we've done, we call them like little mini tours where we'll
Okay.
book a couple gigs in a place and then
Yeah.
and then come back home, because the other cool thing about the dynamics of this band is everybody's got families and we all work day jobs, or own businesses, so
Yeah.
we're not away for a long time, which is super helpful. I know, talking with other musicians that do go on true tours, they're away from home for a long time, and sometimes their families get to come with them, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And I imagine that can be really challenging.
Oh, yeah.
for
I bet.
people trying to
Definitely.
trying to
Especially
hold
when you
down
have a
job.
family. Yeah.
Or a
Yeah.
job.
And a
Yeah.
job. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we all need to eat.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the cool part about being, the dynamics, what we have is people have flexible schedules, and we're also very aware of, people's family events. So we've gotten really good about Google Calendar. Here's my
yes.
block dates. Here's,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was one of the things that Tony and I were talking about before the show, was just setting up your calendar. And basically, if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to, if we're scheduling something 2 weeks from now, got to put it on the calendar right now.
100%.
And then I don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Because it's on my calendar.
No one can double book me.
Yeah,
although
yeah, I'm not.
sometimes happens.
It does once in a while, but also you're not worrying about did we have a meeting coming up? It's on the calendar. I can just look at the calendar and say, oh, okay, all right,
Absolutely.
we're good. That's where I need to be at that time and that day.
100%. One of the really cool things about my music journey is this has actually taught me skills that I didn't learn in business, actually.
Oh, okay.
Managing, a team in business, different objective. When you're, like you said, when you're working with people that are creatives with emotions and collaborating in a group setting with that, teaches you a lot about how to go back to your team. And it also, scheduling, taught me a lot about scheduling and managing calendars around that. And also, marketing and branding, because each band has its own message or its own,
Right.
look.
Their message or right.
Yeah, so that it was really cool to be able to obtain those skills and then bring that back to business. And I think it all, like, the theme in my life right now is a lot of people throw around the word authentic, and we all have a different definition of that, I think. Be you, and be your brand, be your business, and don't be afraid to show your emotions or like the things that you stand for. Yeah, I think that's so important, and that can get lost in business a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, sometimes you have to hold back a little bit in business.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to offend half your audience, and that can be a whole hot topic in itself, because there's people that would challenge that, but I think that's I love that kind of stuff. I love perspectives, and I think in music, here's the cool part about music. It's a universal language.
Yeah.
You can come from different backgrounds, you can come from different beliefs. You can even maybe not even like each other, but you can still perform and create some beautiful things together. It brings people together in such a way that all the other stuff doesn't matter.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's a way to do that in business as well. And I think it starts with being curious, asking good questions, and being open to other people's perspectives.
Yeah. I mean, even though you're the boss, sometimes people have better ideas than you.
You would hope that they do. Yeah. If you have the best ideas, and you're not surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You need a strong team to surround you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Lift each other up.
Yes, exactly. We saw a lady one time at a conference, and she did this exercise, and I know it's been done with other conferences, but it was the thing where you pick what shape you are. There's a square, a circle, a triangle, and all that, and that tells you what kind of personality you are.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then she teaches about all the different personalities, and the reason for that part was so that you can go back to your team and figure out well, you can do the same exercise with your team, and then you can figure out what kind of personality they have, and then how you deal with them, day to day. Because some people are this personality, and maybe they need a pat on the back every once in a while, and some people, leave me alone, just let me do my job. So there's all these different personalities and different dynamics.
Yes.
And if you don't know, if you're just doing it one way, trying to deal with your whole team in one way, then you're losing some.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorite things to dive into and talk about because it allows for, again, perspectives and being open to how everyone communicates different. Everybody works in a different way. Everybody listens different. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That could be a podcast in itself right there.
Yes, it could. Yeah. When I used to be on staff at a church, and I had about 30 to 40 volunteers, and they were all different. And they're all volunteers, so they weren't, paid.
Right. Yeah.
So it was different because I'm like, okay, I need to deal with this and I need to deal with that, but they're not paid staff. They're volunteers and they have different personalities.
Sure.
And
yeah.
It was challenging at times.
I bet.
But it was very rewarding. Yeah.
That'd be a fun thing to watch and do a case study on, is how people react when they're in a volunteer mode versus paid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes they don't show up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
that happens when they're paid too.
It happens when yes, you are right. You're right.
Yeah. That's people are cool. Like the study of people is something that will be a forever. There will always be a space for that because we're all evolving and growing and changing and.
Yeah. And that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
People do change.
Yeah.
If they want to change, they do change. Whether it's their eating habits and their health, or it's their character and other things, or expressing their emotions through different arts or music.
I love that. Look at him tying this back together. This is perfect.
So tell us how we can go see you. You said you have a gig next Saturday?
Yep. This upcoming Saturday, the 29th. So
Okay.
after your Black Friday shopping, you can come rock out, bring your leather, and we'll be over On the Rocks on the east side of town.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you. This has been
a pleasure.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
At Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, we know your home is more than four walls. It's where family gathers and comfort matters most. During the month of November, with the purchase of a new HVAC system, we'll include a free water heater or take $1,000 off your installation. It's our way of helping keep your home cozy, efficient, and worry-free. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, where home wellness begins.
Picturox Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Welcome back to Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m., except for this Thursday. This Thursday is Thanksgiving, so Live the Dream Media is taking time off that entire weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to be with our families and regroup, and we'll be back next week with our full lineup. And right now, our next guest is Jason McKibben.
Yep.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's been a good morning, just taking it easy, driving on over here.
Good. Yeah, you came from the east side. You traveled way over from the east side.
Yeah, coffee and listen to a different podcast on the way over here.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Are you a big podcast listener?
I try to. I try to listen to something beyond just music in the car. It's so easy to just listen to music in the car. So I try to have something going to help me grow. And so.
What kind of podcasts do you usually listen to?
Okay, so I don't really have like a long list.
Yeah. Are you mostly business or spiritual or self-help?
Yeah, I would say spiritual, self-help, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I was listening to the Sean Ryan podcast this morning because there's a few I want to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who Mr. Ballin is, but I really like Mr. Ballin. He's a storyteller on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
He had him on the show.
Okay.
And then he just had Tucker Carlson on the show, which I'd love to hear that interview as well. And so now I'm 2 behind. So I got to listen to a few different.
Right.
But other than that, I think my favorite podcast is The Bible Project on the podcast, which is they just do deep dives into the Hebrew Bible. It's really nerdy.
Okay.
But I really like it.
Cool. Well, here on Live the Dream Media on Mondays at 10:30, we have Blair, and she does Blairing Out the Bible.
Okay, cool.
And so that's
I'll have to check that out.
She does the
I'll
same
check that
thing.
out.
Yeah, she digs deep into the different Bible verses. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what do you do during the week?
During the week, I'm a loan officer at Guild Mortgage. I do residential loans, and I just got into the business about 6 months ago, and so I've been taking on the challenge of starting my own business as a loan officer, and it's been an incredible opportunity. I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were talking a couple weeks ago about just the timing of it. Mm-hmm. What made you come into the mortgage business at this time?
The team at Guild is they have a really good team there, and I have a really great mentor, Brian Winkle, who I work with alongside, and to be able to have the opportunity to work with him and learn from him was really exciting to me.
Right.
The timing of the market right now is interesting though, because it's not, it's just a tough time right now.
It is.
But that being said, I think when you start at tough times, you'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
You'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Versus starting at an easy time and then going through the tough times.
Exactly.
So I'm happy I started when I started. I'm thrilled about that.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that a few weeks ago. But I mean, if you're starting at a tougher time and you have all those challenges in front of you, you have to get through those challenges.
Yes.
And then when it does get easier, when the economy's better and, houses are selling easier, then it's like, oh, okay. I don't have all those challenges in front of me. Stuff is a little bit smoother. People can get financed easier.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that's something that you see is just the people, it's harder for some of the people to get financed.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is just the sentiment, and it's just like everyone, a lot of people under the age of 40 and 30 don't think that they can buy a home because you just don't buy homes under 30 and 40 years old. And so I would love to work with 20, 30, 40-year-olds and show them that they can do that.
Yeah.
Show them that they can purchase a home and what that looks like. Even today, in the market that we're in today,
definitely,
you can still do that. And there's ways to do it. And there's there's a good time to do it. There's situations where you should, and there's situations where you shouldn't.
Right.
But the shoulds are still here, even though the interest rates might not be what you like.
Yeah.
I think they're relatively, in the grand scheme of things, the last 50 years, they're relatively decent.
Yeah.
Housing prices are relatively high in recent history, but you still have that opportunity to grow your equity and your net worth and those sort of things.
Oh yeah. And if if you can't buy a house right now, you could help them put in a plan to maybe do some things, and in the next 12 or 24 months come back and look at it and say, okay, I've put these things in place to help me financially get to where I need to be. Now it's time to buy that house or start looking at that house.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how exciting this is to hear. I took an application one of my first days working at the beginning of the year, and the credit score was horrible. The income didn't look good.
Yeah.
But the lady that I was helping, she listened to what advice I gave her.
Right.
And so a few months later, her credit was at a point where she qualified. And so we were talking about income. We're like, well, if we see a down payment assistance program pop up, you're green light. But right now we're looking to continue to grow your income and those sorts of things.
Sure.
We had a down payment assistance program pop up, and she was able to purchase a home.
Oh, that is
and
awesome.
it was a really cool experience to be able to do that. And that was, when you take your first application, you care about it a lot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And so I remember taking it and being in the office, and the sentiment was like, oh, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be really challenging.
Yeah.
But then I hear that, I'm like, well, let's make this happen then. Let's make this work. Let's put in the work. And I don't, the timing and all that, but
and that changed that person's life.
Exactly.
It
exactly.
did.
And that and yeah, I don't want to go too into the details. I don't know exactly what I can share or not.
Yeah.
But she needed to be in a home. She needed to be not renting a place. She needed to be in a home. And it's going to be life-changing, not just for her, but for her family.
Sure, of course.
So I was thrilled to be able to help with that, and it was a ton of work. I was joking. I'm like, there's no way I'm even minimum wage with this. This one,
and that's part of owning your own business.
Yeah,
is you're going to put in a ton of hours.
Yeah,
and if you average it out, it could be discouraging sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not going to do the math on it, but I am not at minimum wage on this for sure.
Right. Yeah. But you also have another job, a very important job on the weekends.
Yeah.
It's not just on the weekends, of course, but it's something that you do on the weekends.
Yeah. So I am the one of the co-lead pastors of a newer church plant in the downtown area called Remnant of Tucson. It's a non-denominational church.
Okay.
We've been, the team that we planted with, we've been doing church together for a long time.
Yeah.
Things were going good at our old church. We wanted to reach the downtown area. We wanted to reach 20, 30, 40-year-olds. We were most of us did youth-oriented ministries, student ministries.
Okay.
So we would see these 18-year-olds become 19-year-olds, and now technically they're out of our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
We want to work, and then, you have a 22-year-old come into youth group, and you're like, no, get out of here.
Right.
Go be a man, go be a woman, go grow up. And so there was people we wanted to create the church for and have a space where they could invite their friends and feel like this was for them. And so our church, a lot of churches, they struggle with having their churches too old. Well, our problem is our church is too young. We have a lot of young people at our church.
Yeah.
And so I like to invite, we wish and we push for intergenerational worship is the phrase we use.
Yeah.
And so as every church does, it's just we're trying to push to the older group now.
Get some older families in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Every church to really flourish needs all those intergenerational
that's a good point.
generation. Just because you just need you need a good youth program. Mm-hmm. You need that good young family program, and then you need some of the older people to help. A lot of times it's to help with the financial backing, but it's also the mentorship.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's a huge part of it.
Yeah. We had men's group. I'd say our average age at our men's group last night was, I'd say 27, 28 years old.
Okay.
But I always encourage the older folks at the church when we announce that we're doing men's group.
Yeah.
Come here. We want it. We crave it. I'm 32 years old. And so, I'm the lead pastor. I'm 32 years old, but I understand too that there's just life experience that I don't have. And
of course, yeah.
I like deeply crave that wisdom and I got old people in my life that I can talk to that I like.
That's great.
But
That's great.
I think you need it. I think there's a lot of wisdom in it. And even today, business, church, family, there is definitely a disconnect between the generations right now.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to talk about this today, but there's a disconnect right now between these generations, and especially in the housing market, you can see it clearly. But
yeah,
I hope that I can help with that.
Okay.
In all ways, whether it's business or whether it's church, I hope I can help with that.
Right.
That's my hope.
Yeah. I remember, and this was probably 10 or 15 years ago when my kids were young teenagers. I think one of them just started driving, and then the other one was probably about a year and a half away from driving. And, you have all those unknowns and everyone's trying to figure everything out. The boys are, getting their independence, so they might be pushing their limits a little bit, and you're trying to balance everything. I remember we used to do a what was it called? Market on the Move. So it was a veggie give out once a month on Saturdays. Okay. Yeah, where the community could come in and you pay $10 and you get 60 pounds of veggies.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a big thing for our church. And I remember pretty much every time that we did that, every month, I'll talk to my pastor's dad. I just hang out with him, and he was probably 40 years older than me. Uh-huh. But I'll just ask him stuff. I'm like, man, I'm dealing with this and these things are happening. And he's like, oh yeah. Back when Pastor Toby was a teenager, he wasn't always where he was supposed to be. He'd venture out and do this and do that, and but it was just cool to hear, that wisdom. Yeah. It's like, hey, you're not the only one that's going through this.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking about my grandpa who passed away in 2017, and to be able to now with a fully developed brain have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
And how good that would be.
Yeah.
Beyond the wisdom that you can, because he was so gentle with his corrections and his advice and stuff, and he knew we were just kids.
Yeah.
And how much a teenager, you could be the smartest, you could be Jesus Christ. I'm 16 years old,
Right, exactly.
But to be able to sit down on the porch with him and just that would be amazing. And so, it's out there. And so you just got to look for it, and you got to see those opportunities when they come up. There's never a neon sign where it's like, pay attention, this is a really important conversation.
Right.
And so you just got to kind of tune into those things and definitely be living in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you guys holding church at?
We meet at 440 South Park Avenue. That's by the Rattlesnake Bridge. That's my favorite thing to kind of connected to. It's a high school called Project Moore High School. So if you looked up the high school, that's where you would find it.
Huh.
Yeah. So we rent through TUSD.
Okay.
And we use it. It's like an hourly rental.
So you're right over by Tucson High then?
Yeah, we're not too far from
close.
Tucson High.
Yeah,
about a 2-3 minute drive from Tucson High.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I know the Rattlesnake Bridge because I'm a cyclist.
So nice.
I've gone over that bridge a few times.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like to cycle too.
Oh,
so I've been running more lately.
Yeah.
But I like to cycle too. And I was just telling you, we live on Broadway and Culp, so we're right by the bike path. So hop on the bike path all the time. My wife did the tour on Saturday.
On Saturday, so did I. Yeah.
Okay, awesome, cool.
So this was the 4th year that we've done it. So
okay, great.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet. I get injured with my bike, and it's always like it's not like falling or anything. I get a really bad foot pain.
Oh.
And so I have to be careful about how I ride. And I have done everything to figure out what's wrong with it other than surgery.
Oh,
so I've done the pads, I've done seating arrangements, all these different things to try to fix it. So my rides are usually about 20 miles and then that's it. But I like,
that's not bad,
I want to go much further, you know?
Right.
But lately I've been running and running.
And running doesn't hurt your feet?
Not as bad. I just
Really?
I just ice them right after.
Okay.
I don't even risk it not being an injury. I finish my run. If it's over 5 miles, I ice my foot right after.
Oh, okay.
But growing up, I was never a runner. We did sports our whole life, but I was never a runner. Never really did pull-ups. And so I really wanted to try to do those things this year. Those things that are kind of hard.
Yeah.
And see if I can, stretching too.
Yeah.
I can't touch my toes. So
okay.
that was the goal in 2026 is to touch my toes and to run further. And I was able to run. I haven't been able to touch my toes yet, but I can hit 10 miles.
There you go. There you go. Let's take a quick sponsor break.
Yeah.
And we will be back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
At Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, we know your home is more than four walls. It's where family gathers and comfort matters most. During the month of November, with the purchase of a new HVAC system, we'll include a free water heater or take $1,000 off your installation. It's our way of helping keep your home cozy, efficient, and worry-free. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, where home wellness begins.
Picture rocks cooling, heating and plumbing.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
All right, we are back with Southwest Flavor, talking with Jason, and we're talking about church, and we're talking about mortgages, and talking about cycling, a little bit of everything. Yeah, and mentoring. I mean, that is such a huge part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
huge. Definitely a huge part of my life. You know, we didn't really map out like what exactly we want to talk about, but that's a huge part of. I mean, even business.
Yeah,
like bringing it back to the
right.
business side of things. What a huge part of business is having good mentorship. And, in the mortgage industry, it's like, it's a lot of, jump in the deep end and learn how to swim.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it is for most people, is you want to jump in the deep end. But there's so many people that I've been able to work with and, take time, sit with me and teach me. And it's been so helpful. And it's not just helpful. It's like, it's fun. It's fun to have coworkers that you talk to.
Yeah. Yeah, the team that surrounds you means everything. It really does. Yeah. And that's in business, life, spiritual. It's a complete circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I like that. I like having that at every company that I work for, whether it's a company that I'm hired to work for, or it's the church that I'm starting, or this, mortgage industry that I'm going into. I like to have a good community wherever I'm at that I can talk to.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about your past. And you said that you used to be a football coach also.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I've worn a lot of hats. So I was, when we went to plant the church, I needed to get a job that wasn't at another church so I could be available on Sundays.
Right.
And so I wanted to teach. And so I went to Desert Christian to interview for a history position. And on the way out, I got asked, hey, do you know anything about football? And I was like, yeah, I know a little bit about football. And like, you want to interview for the head coach job? And we talked a little bit, and next thing I know, I was wearing the hat, and
oh wow,
I wasn't Mr. McKibben, I was Coach McKibben. And so we planted a church and a football team the same year, me and my family. And so they didn't have a football program 2 years ago.
Okay.
So we launched their football program. It was, I only coached that 1 year, and it was such an incredible experience. Incredible experience. We went 6-3, which was amazing.
That's fantastic. Were you guys 3A or?
We were 1A.
You're 1A.
Yeah. Desert Christian's about 180 students.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
I didn't know that either until I was in the interview process. Yeah. So it's about 180 students total, 90 boys in the whole school.
Okay.
A third of them played football.
Wow.
So we had a third of the school playing football, which, I mean, you take those numbers to these bigger schools, that's a really good turnout.
Oh, yeah.
30 kids is not a lot to work with.
Right.
Especially when it's summer and half of them are on vacation.
Yeah.
And you have 15 kids and you can't even run a scrimmage together.
Right.
But
so a lot of those kids are playing both ways, and they're learning.
Oh, yeah.
They're learning everything.
They're filling up the water bottles in 1A. They're getting the equipment ready. You do everything in 1A. Like, that's just the way it is. But they moved up to 2A this year, and they did pretty good. So I'm excited for what their program looks like, and I'm very honored to be the first coach that they ever had.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And do that. Yeah,
that's fantastic. Take us through a little bit of just of starting a football program.
Yeah. Well, I think whatever you start, you need just very clear vision to what you're going to do.
Okay.
So we knew the vision. The vision wasn't to win football games. That's everybody's goal. That's the goal. You want to win football games. Everybody's goal is to sell houses. Everybody's goal is to, but what's your vision? And our vision was to be excellent and to take the details seriously and to develop boys into men.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so those were the three things we focused on. And so if we had a kid that didn't run off the field 100%, it was like, well, you didn't have integrity there.
Yeah.
And I want to see integrity.
Right.
If we call a play and you don't do the thing that I asked you to do, well, there wasn't integrity there. And so you just really get into the details of things and you hyper focus on what goes towards the vision.
Right.
And with football, it was such a breath of fresh air because church and even mortgages, whatever you want to do, whatever you're doing, it's really hard to see if you're hitting the things in the vision. Football, you can know.
It's almost immediate. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. You can look at your points. You can look at your record. You can look at how your quarterback did, the yards he threw for, the rushing yards for your team, and all those things. Did your defense have X amount of tackles, turnovers? What did that look like?
Yeah.
So everything's quantified in football.
Right.
And I didn't know that. I didn't think about that. And then it's like, I got that and I was like, oh, I love numbers.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that got me doing mortgages. I was like, I love this. I love seeing numbers.
Yeah.
Like, this is working. This is doing this. Like,
numbers make sense.
Exactly.
They do. Yeah.
It took me 30 years of living to figure out that I like numbers so much.
Yeah.
And if you're in math, you should enjoy it because it's just like it tells you whether things are working or not.
Yeah.
And if the vision's not working, then maybe you need to change it, you know?
Yeah.
And if the values aren't working, then maybe you need to change them.
Yeah.
But we had the vision, we had the values, and we hyper fixated on those things and we ran towards it.
Yeah.
And so we were able to do that with football. We were able to do that with the church and even with the mortgage industry. It's like, with that story I was just saying, like, I'm here to help. I want to help people.
Right.
I don't want to just be a salesman. I want to help people. And people that wouldn't be able to qualify for home, I want them to be able to grow their net worth through their equity.
Yeah.
The same way I did when I bought my house in 2019. I want to help people do that same thing because it changed my life.
Oh, yeah.
Now 6 years later.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
When I bought my first house, 1993, it was 12% on the mortgage. Yeah. And then probably about 5 years down the line, we were very excited to refinance to 7%.
Yeah. You remember how much you bought it for? 1993?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
I was born in 1993. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a mobile home. I bought them separately. It was a mobile home and it was an acre of land, an undeveloped acre of land.
Nice.
So we had to get the septic put in, get all the utilities put in, and scrape the ground where the mobile home was going to go in, and then they sat the mobile home there. So it was probably.
Do you still have the property?
We do. We're going to put it up for sale here in the next year. Yeah.
Nice.
But I think the mobile home was probably about $35,000 and the land was about $20,000.
Yeah.
So.
And you're going to do pretty decent on that probably.
Yeah.
It just took some time. It took a few years.
Sure. And we raised our family there. We were there for, I think, 19 years.
Yeah.
17 years, 19 years, somewhere around there. So
yeah,
we were there a long time.
Yeah,
before
we've all been talking about the 50-year mortgage in the office right now. And
yeah.
It's just kind of, it's funny, but like you have this 30-year and you can either, most people pay off their home before 30 years if they want to,
right?
Or most people refi it and just use the credit to work for them or use that situation to work for them. So
sure.
It all just depends, but
yeah. Yep. Well, thank you, Jason, for coming on today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been
this
fun.
Was fun.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again sometime.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
All right, that's another episode of Southwest Flavor. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m., and we'll see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
You're listening to the Live the Dream Media Network, Arizona's premier